Hey, good evening, YouTube. I want to do a quick update on the Sportster drag bike. As you guys can see, I threw up a temporary building to get my poor road glide out of the weather. And it's kind of doubling as a little makeshift workspace for the Sportster. With an extra flip bike project I took on for the dirt bikes, I've kind of ran out of room in the trailer, so we're just working on this thing out here right now. We got a few more things off of it. The sprockets and chain are on their way. When I do get them, I'm going to remove that chrome chain guard and fabricate an aluminum one, because it's got to go clear up here to I believe it's at least 50% of the diameter of the front sprocket or something. Anyway, let's see. You guys remember me discussing these little bolts right here? Well, I actually had to buy, for some reason, I had to buy 2 sets of them, because that is really tiny. It is the wrong size. It came with one that fit correctly, and then this one. So I had to buy a second set of these. So now I'm $80 into this. And I should have bought the TC Brothers ones and just spray painted them black, I guess. So now I've paid about double what I could have. Anyway, sometimes the eBay stuff isn't always the best deals. I got the handlebars changed out. You guys can see these are just straight black drag bars. Took a little bit of moving around to get them to knot so nothing touches the tank. All these braided, like the brake lines, all that stuff I'm going to replace with OEM style black. This stuff is just over engineered, I guess, encased with heavy, which is fine. It's great for street applications, but this is not what I would consider to be a severe duty. If I was road racing it, sure, that'd be severe duty, but drag racing, not so much. Let's see. You guys can see I got the wires hanging out of this switch housing. I'm not real crazy about this or all this being chrome, but I've seen, I don't know how many people have Sportsters with black and pay hundreds of dollars for this chrome stuff. I wish I could find a guy that wanted this chrome stuff that had black stuff. Well, I'd much rather have the black stuff on there. Anyway, I did get the lowering strap for the front end, the travel limiter, whatever you want to call it. Basically, it's going to fit. It's going to drape over the neck right here, and it'll come down. And I've got these spacers being made that's going to fit between the fork and the fender, because that hole, excuse me, that hole in that strap, as you can see, is quite a bit bigger than, say, the 5/16 bolt that came out of there, that hole. So I have these spacers being turned on the mill, you can see there, or on the lathe, I'm sorry, so that will fit in there snug. I actually done one of these before. As I previously mentioned, I tried to set up a couple of these bikes before, but I can't find them, what I've done with them. So I've since moved and I don't know where any of that stuff is. So yeah, the chain sprockets are on the way. I finally got the forward controls completely removed. Those babies were in there. Wow. I guess more weight savings, I need to find a set of factory mid-control front number plates. I'm sorry. Motor mount plates. Those things I would imagine are pretty heavy. So let's see what we got here. Yeah, Forward control's gone off of it. I do have also, I previously stated that I didn't want to put a lowering kit on the back, but I changed my mind. I'm going to change the angle of that shock a little bit. I'm not going crazy, it's just going to be, I mean, this is 1, 2, and 3 inch lowering setup here. And it takes the place of that rear, that thing that goes on the back of the swing arm. So basically this bolts, this bolt right here, it goes, stud goes through here. This bolt is the original, you bolt this to the original shock mounting point on the swing arm, which would be right there. And then it's 1, 2, and 3 inches lowered. So I can move it here. That gives me 1 inch of lowering. I can try to adjust how that shock responds. Not really, didn't really need to be much lower, but this I should be able to tune the shock, I guess, as much as I possibly can for what it is. What else we got here? I did buy brand new OEM throttle cables and a clutch cable to get rid of, again, this blingy. That clutch cable is, oh man, that thing is heavy duty. Again, if you're trying to dress your bike up, it's a stainless braided, but it also has a polyurethane coating on it. So, and it's not very smooth, and neither are the throttles for that matter. But I got the new grips, on. That stuff's really comfortable. It's rubber grippy, so it should be good. Set of 8.8 millimeter plug wires. They were cheap enough. So once the chain and sprockets come in, and the mid controls, I'm going to initially start out with the drag pipes that were on it. I just got done painting those with flat black ceramic high temperature paint, and I have some of that exhaust wrap coming, so I'm going to wrap them halfway down to the bend, and the rest will be black. So there's good news is there's more chrome gone. You know we don't like the shiny stuff. So yeah, just a quick update. Nothing really major changed, except, you know, I've peeled another considerable amount of stuff off of it, like these chrome covers, the license plate bracket, all that. When I do stretch this bike out, I'm going to replace this fender with a fiberglass one anyway, but for now I'm just going to put some bolts back in this, tighten her down while we're running them stock wheels and that stock swing arm. But yeah, there it is. Slowly but surely, as we get parts, we're putting them on there. So, and of course, the engine does have to come off of this thing before I'm going anywhere with it, because it does have rod knocking. So I got to go into that, fix that. I'm just trying to get all this other stuff done and mocked up, and then it won't take me long to pull that engine up out of there. And I've got other parts. I don't know if I'll just build a whole nother engine and stick in it and take this one down later and fix it or what, but got another 1200 kit, got cams and heads and all that other stuff. So I don't know, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But like I said, there's my baby, there's my Road Glide 2020 Zephyr Blue. Everybody likes to call it purple. It is definitely not purple. Okay, that's all I got for today, guys. Be safe. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You get notified when there are new videos, and y'all have a good evening.